And we are close to being off. It's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just I can see myself on the screen here, and we are a go. You are at Wall Street sizing up. We are streaming live. We're going to do the essentially today's trader news. We're going to go through all the buys and the sells and the price target and who's moving where. We're going to talk about the markets. We're going to do a little commentary, but we're going to go quick. So I'm going to make this quick, easy, and simple. Things you won't find on CNBC. And so let's just get to it. Straight on. Off we go. Onward. Dow up 116. NASDAQ up 198. S&P is up 30. You see the green on the screen. Nice to see. And see our top hitters to date. Gritstone Oncology. We saw them on. We saw several hedge funds size up on them a couple of weeks ago. Up 248%. Aclaris Therapeutics. I don't know if we've seen them, but certainly we've heard of them. Up 220. Nuvo Advertising Agency up 123. This is a good one. Sensonics Holdings, again another biotech if you would, up 80. Gevo Specialty Chemicals up 72. TRXC Medical Devices, here we go, 68% up. So what happened today? Well, we had several things. We're going to start at the bottom, and then we're going to work our way up here. So Goldman Sachs reported revenues totaling $11.74 billion, growing 18% year over year, beating the consensus estimates of $10 billion, according to Bloomberg. And profit was $12 a share, well over the $7.47 per share EPS expected. So that's good here. Bank of America then came in. Overall revenue net of interest expense fell 10% over last year to $20 billion. Coming in light, they had expected $20.5 billion. Earnings of 59 cents a share were well ahead of the 4 cents that was expected. So the big news was Yellen, right? So let's just knock that out now, right? So Yellen gets up there and she wants to go big, right? Who doesn't want to go big? We all want to go big. As investors, we want big. Neither the president-elect nor I propose this relief package without an appreciation for the country's debt burden, Yellen said. But right now, with interest rate at historic lows, the smartest thing we can do is act big. In the long run, I believe the benefits will far outweigh the cost, especially if we care about helping people who have been struggling for a long time. I agree. You got to get to small business. You know what? I read somewhere the 4 to 5 trillion that we put out there, we could have literally given everybody in the U.S. at least $15,000. Now, why are we giving it to corporations when it's really the people in the corporations that need the money, right? It's not, a corporation is an entity. I get it. But it don't live and breathe. It doesn't eat like my kid eats. Give it, what were we thinking? And they're doing the same thing. So Trump was wrong, and I think Biden's wrong. I will be focused from day one on providing support to American workers and to small business. Hallelujah. Putting into effect as quickly and efficiently as I can the relief in the bill that was recently passed. All right. I'm down with that. She goes on. So China's going to be a big player here. You know, how is Joe Biden, President Biden, going to handle China? China is clearly our most important strategic competitor. As you said, does that sound familiar? As you said, we need to work with allies. We also need to strengthen our own economy so we can compete. And President-elect Biden will soon come forward with a package to accomplish that by investing in our infrastructure. Does that sound? Clinton said the same thing. Trump said the same thing. Obama said the same thing. Now we're getting Biden. Infrastructure. I still have not seen a good infrastructure bill yet. Please, in the VIP comment section, let me know what president actually put together a good infrastructure bill, a big one, in fact. We need to take on China's abusive, and I agree with all this, We need to take on China's abusive, unfair, illegal practices. China is undercutting American companies by dumping products, erecting trade barriers, and giving illegal subsidies to corporations. They're also giving subsidies to countries, right? Literally, one belt, one road. That's what it is. So Europe, you're on notice, and I hope she takes a firm stance here. It's been stealing intellectual property, no doubt, and engaging in practices that give it an unfair technological advantage, including forced technology transfer. These practices, including China's low labor and environmental standards, are practices that we're prepared to use the full array of tools to address. I hope that's just not lip service. I really do. I really do. Looks like FANG stocks were up. Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, Alphabet, all up 1% today. Looks like crude was up to 53, or hit 53 at one point. That's good to know. We talked about that. Let's go to, we're going to start at the bottom. There's a lot of restaurant reporting, a lot of new price targets there, a lot of retail, a lot of biotech, so we are off. Chipotle is now a conviction buy at Goldman Sachs. That's CMG. Wingstop is a buy at Goldman Sachs as well, WING. McDonald's is a buy at Goldman Sachs. MCD. Starbucks is a buy at Goldman Sachs. BUX. When is Starbucks not a buy? Seriously. Domino's Pizza, a buy. When are they not a buy? DPZ. Jack in the Box, buy at Goldman Sachs. Jack, JACK. Fortuna Silver Mines sees 21 gold production, about right around 200,000 ounces FSM. So don't let them tell you there's a limited supply of gold, because there ain't. There isn't Bitcoin, but there's not. Shake Shack, neutral at Goldman Sachs. Now that's different. Wow. SHAK, Yum Brands, sell at Goldman Sachs. YUM, that'd be Taco Bell. What else they got? KFC. Wow. YUM. Here we go. Restaurant brands, QSR, sell at Goldman Sachs. Wendy's, neutral at Goldman Sachs. WEN. Brinker is EAT. It's a buy at Goldman Sachs. That's a big one. That's Chili's, you know. We got FANG Holdings. Darden is a buy on a ton of restaurants. DRI. Cheesecake, neutral at Goldman Sachs. CAKE, Cake. Texas Roadhouse, neutral at Goldman Sachs. TXRH. Bloomin' Brands. You know what that is with the bloomin' onion. BLMN. Sell at Goldman Sachs. Wow, they got a sell on them. Stone Cold, price targets raised to 114 at Goldman Sachs. STNE. Rackspace enters partnership with SNP. Schneider, Nerenthal and Partner, RXT. Cosmos announces oil discovery in the Gulf of Mexico. KOS, I think they're here in Dallas, in fact. Let's keep rolling. Precision Drilling initiated with an outperform at CIBC. That's PDS. Southwest Airlines, price target raised to 50 at Citi. LUV, love. ALCOM, price target raised to 69 at Citi. ACM. Fluor, price target raised to 22 at Citi. FLR. CBR, price target raised to 37 at Citi. Quanta Services, price target raised to 89. PWR. No one more. Blackstone Minerals, not Blackstone Minerals, price target raised at 9 at Citi. BSM. BSM, that's kind of. Navient has been downgraded to a neutral at JP Morgan. NAVI. Indo, price target raised to 9 at Citi. NDP. Baidu, price target raised to 292 at Citi. BIDU. Kathy Wood will be happy about that one. Gilead upgraded to overweight at Morgan Stanley. GILD. Citrix to acquire Reich for $2.25 billion in cash. It's Citrix, CTXS. Stock probably dropped, but that's probably a good buy to them. Citrix needs to make up a lot of ground on a lot of competitors. Walmart, Western Union partner to offer Western Union money transfers at Walmart. That's WMT and WU. NASDAQ upgraded to a buy at UBS. NDAQ. Mercado Libre. Price target raised at 2100 HSBC. That's huge. MELI. Gridstone. Like I said before, we saw two hedge funds size up on GRTS literally like a week ago. So if you want to go back and watch those video or that video where we saw that, so it was up huge today. Signs agreement, and this is why. Signs agreement with NIAID to begin testing COVID-19 vaccines. Cerner was downgraded. CERN. There's Citric again. Darden upgraded to an overweight at Morgan Stanley. DRI. Old Dominion, the shipping company, not the voting company. Initiated with the buy at UBS. ODFL. WhatsApp delaying privacy policy by 3 months. We saw that on Friday, I believe. Roku initiated with an overweight at JP Morgan. ROKU, you know them well. XPO Logistics initiated with a buy at UBS. XPO. Moving through here pretty quick, guys. JB Hunt Transportation upgraded to outperform at Credit Suisse. JBHT. Mercantile Bank reports fourth quarter EPS 87 cents. Consensus was 55 cents. Beat it. MBWM. Retail Opportunity upgrade to a buy at B of A. ROIC. Yeah, Mercantile Bank increases quarterly cash dividend to 4% or 29 cents per share. That's big. MBWM again. Eli Lilly upgrade to a buy at Muzo. CME Group reports 2020 ADV of 5.2 million contracts, up 8%. 10-cent music, price target raised to 26 at Citi. Bank of America authorizes 2.9 billion share repurchase. B of A was up today. I remember seeing that. BAC, $2.9 billion share repurchase. You know who's going to be glad about that? That's right. Your man, Warren Buffett. Tower Semiconductor upgraded to outperform at Credit Suisse. TSEM. Sunrun. Big. What is that? Is that a solar play? Yeah. Sunrun's a big solar play. RUN. Yeah, I believe we're long them. Price target raised to 88 at Piper Sandler. Good to hear. Good to hear. SunPower price target raised to 35 at Piper Sandler. SPWR. TJ Therapeutics price target raised to 78 at HC Wainwright. TGTX. I know there's a guy at the gym that was telling me about TGTX. It's funny how that works, right? Biohaven price target lowered to 111 at HC Wainwright. Biohaven, that's BHVN. Hate to see that. Zoma price target raised to 56 at HC Wainwright. XOMA, I believe Kathy Woods got a bag of that as well. SPI Energy subsidiary Icona announces collaboration for all electric vehicles. SPI. Turning Point Therapeutics price target raised to 190. HC Wainwright. That's again TPTX. Boy, they got some good information for them today. Arcadia Realty Trust downgrade to a neutral at B of A. AKR. TCR2 Therapeutics files to sell 125 million common stocks, and you say dilution. TCRR. Oh, Virgin Galactic downgrade to neutral at Susquehanna. SPCE. Don't like to see that. I know a lot of people that watch this channel are long. SPCE. Discovery downgrade to underweight. Make sure we're still live here, guys. Get a little in stream on. Here we go. We're going to start it back up. What's the problem with All right, I want to make sure that we're still going here. Sure, we're still going. All right. Gannett sees fourth quarter revenue 865 to 875 million. Consensus was 869. They beat it. GCI. Babcock and Wilcox unit awarded $10 million contract. That's BW. Beam Therapeutics raises $260 million in a private placement. BEAM. Saw that today. Move a little faster here, guys. Skills initiated with a buy. Canaccord, SKLZ, that's gaming. Walmart, Mexico downgraded to equal weight from overweight at Barclays. WMMVY. Rio Tinto reports fourth quarter. Pilbara iron ore production 86 million metric tons, up 3% year over year. It's RIO. I love the mining sector. There's something about, just digging the dirt. Talking like my 3-year-old. Care Trust REIT, price target raised at $25 at Barclays. CTRE, City price target raised at 77 at Barclays at C. Comcast price target raised at 53 at Barclays. JP Morgan price target raised at 172 at Barclays. JPM, if you didn't know. Southern Company, man, I want to say that's a retail. Upgrade to buy at B of A, SO. Could be wrong about that. Hit me in the comments. Halliburton reports fourth quarter adjusted EPS 18 cents. Consensus was 15 cents. They beat it. HAL. That's good. I'd love to see the energy stocks come back now that the crude price, the WTI, is getting back up there. Halliburton CEO says optimistic about the activity momentum in North America. HAL. Lending Club receives bank regulatory approvals to acquire Radius Bancorp LC. Halliburton was HAL. Bank of America, we talked about them. Halliburton reports fourth quarter cash flow from operating activities of $638 million. It's good to see. Bank of America CEO says continued to see signs of recovery in Q4. BAC. We all know that. Come on, give me something good. Bank of America reports average deposits up $327 billion to $1.7 trillion in Q4. Luxottica downgraded to sell at Societe Generale. Wow, so sell the sunglass maker? ESLOY. They literally have a monopoly on sunglasses. CarMax upgraded to a buy at North Coast. KMX. Precision Biosciences announces FDA acceptance. PBCARIND. Well, that's just their drug. DTIL. That's good news. DraftKings initiated with the sell. Now, I heard something about DraftKings. They are going to do their own sports book in Michigan. So DKNG, you might want to look that up. City price target raised to 73 RBC. That's C. Looks like all the challenger banks and the traditional banks are all being upgraded here. C4 Therapeutics at CCC announces FDA clearance for its drug application. We are long them. We saw them. We saw several hedge funds size up on them over the past, month. It was in December though. Proto Labs acquires 3D Hubs for $280 million. It's PRLB. Arcus Biosciences price target raised to 70 at Truist. RCUS. Bausch & Lomb completes enrollment of its first phase 3 study. BHC, good to know. Aclaris does the same thing. Announces top line data from phase 2 trial. ACRS, it looks like it came out good. Got a lot of biotech in here. Cloudflare price target raised to 85 at RBC. NET. Miragen Therapeutics changes names to Viridin Therapeutics. So their new ticker is going to be VRDN. So they're going from MGen, MGEN to VRDN. It's, we've seen them on the channel lately as well. They appointed a new CMO. Ceres Therapeutics to present data at Keystone Symposium. That's MCRB. Iceland Foods extends distribution partnership with XPO Logistics. And guys, this is a big day. A long list. Live Nation downgraded to inline at Evercore LYV. ACA, if I'm saying that right, ACA Communications downgrade to a hold. And that's who Cisco is going to acquire. It was a buy. It's now a hold at Craig Hollum, ACIA. Regulatory affairs. Buy the dip on Enphase Energy after Tesla inverter news, says Goldman Sachs. Buy the dip on ENPH. Very interesting that they would come out and say that. Discovery added to tactical outperform at Evercore as DISCA. Orchard Therapeutics enters exclusive agreement with Genpharm Services, ORTX. Goldman Sachs, we talked about them. Plug Power's got a new GM, PLUG. Morgan Stanley upgrades Darden to overweight on potential of dining out surge. DRI, I'm telling you, you will not be able to get a reservation at your favorite restaurant in the coming months. Make them now. Goldman Sachs CEO 2020, a challenging year on many fronts. Boy, these guys are just genius. Let's go. Snap price target raised to 60. At KeyBank, SNAP. Skills platform accelerates. Concordia initiates with a buy now. SKLZ Gaming. Veritone Base Media Cloud announced 6-year agreement. VERI. Saw something about that. Fiverr has been downgraded to a sell at UBS. Wow. FVRR. Chewy is downgraded to a sell as well at UBS. CHWY. Peloton has been downgraded to a sell at UBS. Wow. Peloton. I think Kathy Wood got a big stake in that one too. Talk about her a lot just because she's transparent, right? Editus Medicine downgraded to underweight at Morgan Stanley. EDIT. State Street reports fourth quarter EPS 139, consensus was 156. They did not beat it. Now I will tell you something about State Street. STT. State Street is when we start to look up stocks that hedge funds or investment firms are sizing up on, like trading heavy, acquiring over 5%, which triggers the SEC 13D and G. State Street, when we look who else owns, State Street is there literally 70% of the time. Those guys are in on some stocks. Now, you could say Renaissance is too, but they're in everything, right? So, Chevron price target raised to 99 at Cowen. At CVX. IPG Photonics upgrade to a buy. IPGP. Graco, the supplier, a buy at Jefferies. GGG. Pinnacle West price target lowered to 86 at Credit Suisse. PNW, excuse me. Advanced Micro looks like it had a day. JP Morgan price target raised to 150 at Credit Suisse. JPM. It's a good sign. Raytheon got a new CTO. It's Transformational Officer, RTX. His name looks like it's Michael Dumas. DUMAIS. Wilkes Brothers reports a 9.72 passive stake in Dawson Geophysical. I'll let y'all know that went out to the subs today. That's a good one. It's the only one I'm going to let you know about, though. Bed Bath & Beyond completes sale of Cost Plus World Market to Kingswood. BBBY. That's 3 B's and a Y. Intercept price target lowered to 106 at Wedbush. ICPT. Taboola Raza Healthcare and ASHP announced partnership. TRHC, you may want to look into that. I don't know much about it. Tesla price target raised at Jefferies to 775. TSLA, I know a lot of you guys love to hear that. I mean, I don't think the multiples are getting too out of whack with the low interest rates. Again, I don't want to get into this, but I think they're high. Some are too high, but for the most part, I think they're in line or just slightly elevated. Arcus Biosciences price target raised at 55 at Wedbush. Western Union jumped 7% to 23, 7% today on the deal with Walmart. That was this morning. Probably trade that. Alfrea price target raised to 15.50 at Stifel APHA. Crocs price target raised to 90. Love them. At Loop Capital CROX. Dyne Therapeutics files to sell 5.5 million shares of common stock. Dilution. DYN. Stock will go down and it'll come back. So not a big deal there. FDA lifts partial hold on Perilous Pharmaceuticals Phase 1 study, PIRS. MGM Resort says will not make an offer for Entain. That's MGM. Will not make an offer. I bet they were down a little bit today on that news. Now, we just had a sell on Chewy. Now we've got a price target raised by Needham to 120. CHWY. Rhythm Pharmaceuticals to provide update on Phase 2 basket study. RYTM. What's going on there? Desktop metal price target raised to 23 at Craig. How? DM? I don't want to go too long. Lazy Days reports preliminary Q4 adjusted EBITDA of 14.7 million. That's up 345%. If you don't know LAZY, that is RV dealerships. You need to look into them because they went off the charts this year. Now, how's their 2021 going to be? Remains to be seen, but I don't know if RVs are going away. I think a lot of people bought, rented, so we'll see. We will see. Excel RX announces investigator initiated study to evaluate its drug ACRX. Lands in upgraded to buy at Craig Hallam on meaningful growth. LE Churchill Capital, which was up big today, I saw. Always evaluating potential combinations. CCIV. Axis Capital announces Q4 claims estimate of 195 to 205 million. It's good to see. MGM actually was up today. Let's see. Five9, which is a Dallas-based company. Price target raised to 200 at BTIG. Congratulations to you guys. FIVN. If you don't know them, you need to look them up. Sprout Social price target raised to 71 at BTIG. SPT. Wells Fargo was upgraded to a buy at Seaport Global. WFC. We all know that. All your financials are going to be upgraded for the most part. Plexus was downgraded to neutral at Sidoti. PLXS, not good. Got a lot of my wife's friends that drink that. Would say it's a pyramid scheme. It's a multi-level marketing scheme. They do well though. MongoDB price target raised at 394 at Needham MDB. Digital Realty upgraded to strong buy at Raymond James DLR. Love those guys. Very, very solid company. That's DLR. Cognizant to acquire Magenic Technologies. Terms were not disclosed. So CTSH doing some acquisition. Nice to hear. Telios price raised to 45 at Needham. TLS. General Motors Cruise announced long-term relationship with Microsoft. I think Microsoft, if I heard that correctly, Microsoft, I believe they raised a round and Microsoft was included in their $2 billion round for Cruise. That's GM and MSFT for Microsoft. Dave's and Buster's, the arcade firm, restaurant-ish, if you would. Price target, $40 at Raymond James, PLAY. Riot Blockchain expands S9 Pro Antminer fleet. So they're expanding, RIOT. PayPal begins taking applications for renewed paycheck PPP. It's PayPal, PYPL. Green Thumb, industry price target raised to 46 at Needham. That's GTBIF. I'm probably going to start getting into some European stocks here. Intuit, price target raised to 440 at Wells Fargo, INTU. Wow, that's great. Semiconductors this year are going to go nuts. They're closing down plants. They don't have enough chips. It's unbelievable. Polar Power files $100 million mixed security shelf. Good for them. POLA. iHeart Media price target raised to 20 at Wells Fargo. That's IHRT. Wells Fargo price target raised to 39 at DA Davidson. We all knew that. Microsoft called the top stock for recovery at Morgan Stanley, MSFT. I don't even know why we. Teradyne subsidiary LightPoint IQ gig platform selected by New Radio. That nice little contract. TER. Let's keep on moving. CleanSpark partnership announced new solar plus storage CLSK. They needed their stock is down. City price was raised at Davidson. Halliburton says it will continue to prioritize reduced leverage. Means they're going to take down their debt quite a bit. Let's hope that's the case, because I think those guys are going to grow. Goldman Sachs sees significant uncertainty in path forward on COVID resurgence. So they don't know if it's going to come back or not. That's the way I take that. Hedge adds DraftKings the best idea short list. DKNG. I believe that's probably on the sports book. American Express upgraded to overweight at JP Morgan AXP. Santander, consumer upgraded to neutral at JP Morgan SC. More stocks going up today. It's great to see that. Sallie Mae price target raised to 1550 at JP Morgan SLM. Fly Insight. Here you go. Top 5 analyst initiations was Roku, DraftKings, S-Lab, AB&B, NIO, and DDD. Ray Double, JP Morgan, Credit Suisse. General Mills price target lowered to 55 at JP Morgan. That's GIS, excuse me. Kellogg price target lowered as well, 58 at JP Morgan K. GameStop up 24%. This was midday. Killing it, GameStop. GameStop, you know what I'm about to say. They got a ton of active investors there, and they are driving that stock. We will see once the if it continues and through the fourth quarter to the buying season, and see what they're going to do. JP Morgan says buy FANG stocks amid fatigue and frustration. Keep buying FANG. ConocoPhillips reinstated with a neutral at JP Morgan COP. State Street faced a number of unprecedented challenges in 2020. STT. It's a very odd statement. State Street sees Q1 fee revenue down year over year by low single digits. STTT, that's why. Aclaris Therapeutics that trading resumes. That was midday. Removing Trump from Instagram was the right thing to do. Says Facebook. Teva had above average and directionally bullish call volume today. TEVA. Bear Creek mining price target raised to 570. At Stifle. Start getting into some Canadian stocks here, and we're gonna try to get to just the bigger ones. Boy, a lot of things happening today. They just exploded with the holiday. It's like that garden hose was just pent up, and out came all the water. We're moving. Zalando price target raised to 117 euros by UBS ZLNDY. Sanofi price target raised 99 euro by UBS SNY. I can trade that, I know. I don't really trade the European. Moderna says cooperating with the CDPH and probe of reports of adverse vaccine events. Yes, it seems like there were some people did get sick when they took the Moderna, but it wasn't a huge number of people, and it happened in California. So I think that they just got a bad batch. That's what they're saying, right? So you may want to look into that. I'm sure you'll see that on the news tonight. That's something that CNBC might report. I guess you get it here too. Penn National announces online sports wagering approval in Michigan. PENN. DraftKings doing the same thing. I'm sure we'll see it. Fastly Inc. call volume above normal and directionally bullish. They were up today. FSLY. DraftKings announces upcoming launch of mobile sportsbook casino app in Michigan. Bam, there it is. DKNG. I saw that come across the wire and I thought, man, get me in DraftKings. I've been in DraftKings, but I don't have a bag of it. Netflix options implied 9.5% move in share price post earnings in NFLX. Dyson Crump elevators price target raised to to 6.2 euros by Morgan Stanley TKAMY. Adecco price target was raised. Morgan Stanley. Randstad price target was raised to 60 euro by Morgan Stanley RANJY. Big call seller. Wow. Okay. BBVA price target raised to $4 to 4.3 euro. Excuse me, by Barclays. BBVA. Coca-Cola. PHMSA price target raised to $50 at Barclays. Coca-Cola PHMSA, KOF. JB Hunt Transportation Services options imply 5.8% move in share price. JBHT, that was midday today, or that was towards closing bell. Carnival CFO sells 49,000 common shares, CCL. The CEO sells 662,000 common shares, CCL. That's not good. Why are you guys selling now? Did it bump up today? I didn't see what CCL was doing today. Aclaris files to sell common stock, no amount given. ACRS. We are in dilution. Fulcrum does the same thing. Files to sell common stock. FULC dilution. Netflix reports Q4 global streaming paid net additions of 8.51 million in FLX. I bet they were up today because they beat the EPS as well. Yeah, it was up 7 or just past midday. Fate Therapeutics raised to 135 at Oppenheimer, FATE. Pretty big fan of those. Editas Medicine files to sell 3.5 million shares of common stock, EDIT. It will go down, but it will come back up. That's a good, very good biotech. Netflix says very close to being sustainably FCF positive. So that's free cash flow if you did not know. Checkpoint Therapeutics initiated with an overweight at Cantor Fitzgerald CKPT. Datadog is now a buy at Truist. DDOG, love them. JB Hunt was up today. We knew that. Solaris Oilfield sees Q4 silo system count up 25% from Q3. Energy is on the way back. I put it on my Instagram today. A nice little picture of how low crude got. We know it went like negative, and now it's back to 52, 53. Love to see it. Here's the Aclaris Therapeutics 75 million spot secondary offering, $17 to $18 ACRS. Knew that. There's Datadog again. It's a buy. Snowflake initiated with a neutral at Rosenblatt, SNOW. Wow, that's impressive. Dynatrade initiated with a buy at Truist DT. Love to hear that. Let's Keep it going here. Hostess Brands initially with an overweight at Stevens, TWNK. I mean, just Hostess is just steady. That's steady cash. I believe their dividends are decent too. Moody's to hold webinar. Kimberly Clark initiated with a market perform at Bernstein, KMB. Estee Lauder initiated with an outperform at Bernstein, EL. Monster Beverage initiated with a market perform at Bernstein, MNST. Keurig Dr. Pepper, Dallas-based, Plano-based actually, initiated with an outperform as well at Bernstein, KDP. JP Morgan, host some conferences, and you're up to date. Xpeng, that's XPEV, call volume above normal and directionally bullish. There you go. Oh, PepsiCo initiated with an underperform at Bernstein, PEP. Now the Keurig is up, Dr. Pepper, but the PepsiCo is down. So, all right, that's it, guys. Don't want to take too much more of your time. Really appreciate it. There's a couple more here. I mean, if we want to keep going, I can do it. I don't see Tiva call volume above normal. Bear Creek Mining. These are the ones that just came in. Amazon invests in 5 new facilities in Quebec, creates over 1,000 jobs. AMZN loves to hear that. Now, are they going to pay him $15 an hour or 10? We'll see. A lot of this is just stuff that we went through. Mosaic initiated with an outperform at Paris MOS. Keurig, same thing. Dominion acquires hardened solar generating facility from Invergy. Invergy. D is the ticker. That's what I should have said to start with. Crump. These are all stuff that we've already talked about. Yeah. All right, guys. You are up to date. Really appreciate you joining Wall Street Sizing Up. We are sponsored by StockTrade.tips. That's StockTrade.tips. That is a real website. We'd love for you to go on over there, join us. They have one goal. The one goal is to help you profit off the insider knowledge of the hedge funds. We do it every day. We send out SMS text messages, no more than 4. Today it was 4 exactly. So we will see you next time. Thanks, guys. Be well.